In this video, we're going to be taking a look at multiplying decimals and whole numbers. Now, the Go Math page that you'll need to turn to is page 165. And you can see the essential question that we are going to unlock is how can you use a model to multiply a whole number and a decimal? Now, you will need your Go Math book out, your math journal, and also a pencil. Okay, taking a look at the investigate problem on page 165, it says giant tortoises move very slowly. They can travel a distance of about 1700ths of a mile in 1 hour. If it travels at the same speed, how far could a giant tortoise move in 4 hours? Now, a couple things that we need to do. Letter A, it says complete the statement to describe the problem. So we need to think about this. I need to find out how many total miles are in 4 groups of 1700ths miles. Why is that? We know it moves 1700ths of a mile in 1 hour, and it's traveling a total of 4 hours. Now, the expression to represent the problem, we take 4 times 1700ths. Okay, now letter B. It says use the decimal model to find the answer. Now, what does each small square in the decimal model represent? It's important to know that it represents 1/100th or 0.01. Now, what we need to do, letter C, it says shade a group of 17 squares to represent the distance a giant tortoise can move in 1 hour. Why 17? Is because it can. Each of these represents 1/100th, so 17 would represent 1700ths. So that's what you will need to do, and I want you to do this with me. So let's shade in 17 of these, and I'm going to use a little bit larger of an ink. Okay, so it's not that large. So 1700ths will equal a whole column here. So that's a 10th or 10/100ths, and then 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then letter D, it says use a different color to shade in each additional group of 17 squares. Why 17 squares? Because it's 1700ths of a mile, until you have 4 groups of 17 squares. Okay, so that's one group of 17. Now I'm going to use a different color of ink. Now I need to do 17 more. There's 3, and this is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so there's 2 groups of 17. Now I need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a whole row will represent 16. And then another one there, 17. Now, one more different color of ink, and I want you to do this along with me. We have 9 here going down. Okay, and then we need 8 more. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now, to record the total number of squares shaded in, we know that each of these represents 10. Okay, so we have each column, I should say, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can see there are a total number of 68 squares shaded in. And remember, each of these represents 1/100th. So we can see that the giant tortoise could move 68 hundredths of a mile in 4 hours. Okay, now let's take a look at a quick picture to solve decimal multiplication problems. Okay, so we want to find the product of 3 times 46 hundredths. Step 1, it says make 3 groups of 4/10ths and 6 hundredths. Remember that a square is equal to 1. Okay, and I want you to draw what I have right here on the right hand side, right in that space on page 166 in your Go Math book. So you need to pause the video to do that. Okay, now that we've done that, what you want to do is you want to combine the hundredths and then rename. Okay, so we can see that we have 6, 12, 18 hundredths. Okay, so you will rename 10 of these. Okay, so 10 hundredths we need to rename. Okay, so there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so what we will do, we'll take 10 of these here. Okay, and we're going to rename it as 1/10. Okay, so what we will do, we will just cross out the hundredths, circle those, cross out the hundredths that we renamed, and make it a new tenth. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Count these again. So a total of 8 total hundredths. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to combine the tenths. Okay, so we have, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, a total of 13 tenths. And what we will need to do is rename 10 tenths, okay, as one whole. So we will cross out the 10 tenths that we renamed. So this, we can see there's 8 here. So a total of 10 here now. We can circle and cross out. You can see we have 3 left over. All right. Now what we can see, we need to rename it, making my one whole. Let's move that over here. So we have, actually we can move it right over there. We have 1 whole, 3 tenths, and 8 hundredths, giving us a grand total of 1 and 38 hundredths. Okay, now explain how renaming decimals is like renaming whole numbers. Just remember that when you have more than 9 in a place value, you have to rename it. Okay, we are now going to take a look at this next problem. We have 5 times 6 hundredths, and I want you to complete this problem with me at your seats. Okay, and you can kind of see how it's already completed for you. Okay, so we see here that with this problem that there are 5 different groups of 6 hundredths shaded in. Okay, for a total of 30 hundredths or 3 tenths. Now taking a look at this next problem, we have 24 hundredths times 4. Now what you will need to do in your Go Math book, I want you to shade in 24 squares 4 times, representing 24 hundredths times 4. Use different colors for each section. When you're finished, you can press play and I will show you what it needs to look like. Pause the video now. Okay, so you can see we have 4 different groups of 24 for a total of 96 squares shaded in. So 4 times 24 hundredths is 96 hundredths. Okay, now I want you to draw a quick picture for each one. Now remember, those quick pictures have the squares representing 1 whole, the lines representing a tenth, and the circles representing 1/100th. Okay, so once you draw quick pictures for these, when you're finished, you can press play and I will have the answers for you. So pause the video now. Okay, you can see my lovely pictures along with the correct answers. You can see 2 and 4 tenths. You can see I had 6 tenths, 4 groups of 6 tenths. I regrouped after I added my tenths. I had 2 wholes and then 4 tenths left over for 2 and 4 tenths. And then we have 67 hundredths times 2, so 2 groups of 67 hundredths. I added my hundredths together. I had to regroup, making 1/10. Then I added my tenths together. I had to regroup, making 1 whole, for a total of 1 and 34 hundredths. And then after this we have 32 2 hundredths times 4, so I have 4 groups of 32 hundredths. I added my hundredths together, that gave me 8 hundredths. I added my tenths together, I had 12 tenths. I had to regrouping, making one whole for a total of 1 and 28 hundredths. Wrapping up the video, taking a look at the test prep problem. I want you to work through this problem at your seat all by yourself. When you're finished, you can press play and I will have the answer for you. So pause the video now. Okay, the answer is letter C, 4 and 32 hundredths ounces. And wrapping up with the essential question, how can you use a model to multiply a whole number in a decimal? You can model the decimal factor and then repeat the model by the same number of times as the whole number factor. I can find the product by renaming if necessary and counting the number of each place value that I have. So you can see that throughout this video. And if you have any questions about multiplying decimals and whole numbers, please come and see me.